Two Men in a Truck started with a 1966 Ford pickup truck. It was an old beater truck from Michigan State University. It was an old agricultural truck. And that was really the start of Two Men in a Truck. John and I would move brush and garbage to the dump. And we called ourselves Men at Work Movers. And we charged $25 an hour. It's about at that time that my mom started another business on the side. And basically she went to estate auctions and she bought furniture from estate auctions, took it to a store, cleaned it all up and resold it. And to move that stuff around, she bought an old truck, I think like a 15-foot, 16-foot step van. And she said, boys, if you want to use that truck instead of the pickup truck, you can go ahead and do that. And so that's what we did. And from that point on, we started really getting into what we call modern day moving.
Yep. So then we had a very serious conversation at a little bar called Rick's in East Lansing, and we said, what are we going to name this business? She wanted to change the name. And we decided to call it Two Men in a Truck because of back then, generic products were really big. So we changed the name to Two Men in a Truck. We ended up going to Michigan State University, bought all their old blankets. Those were our first blankets. That truck had no ramp. We literally had to step pianos and things up into the back of the truck. And then Brig and I went off to college. She hired a bunch of our college or high school buddies. And it was pretty neat. Whenever we'd come home from school, there'd be one more truck in the driveway, one more truck in the driveway. So she continued to grow this business really from nothing to what it's turned into today. And the neat thing for all of you watching this is you may be 18, 19, 25, it doesn't matter. This business is the launch of your career, and we're so excited for you.
And that's true, John. If you take a look at 82% of our managers in our system started on the trucks or the phones, and 42% of our franchisees started out on the trucks or the phones. And this really is, they treat it kind of like their college, is because you're going to learn to manage people, time, money, and equipment. And so if you take what you're responsible for in your initial job as a mover, or maybe it's a CSR, and you do the best at that, that's what happens is the opportunities come around you and move you into a better position where you have more control of that area, and your career continues to move up. So our goal is to make sure that you are in a better place than when you first got here, either hopefully with our company or you build your resume to move on into another career.
Hi, welcome to Two Men in a Truck. My name's Rocco Cerrone. I'm the Employee Development Manager here at Home Office. Now you just heard from Brig and John, our original two men, which are these guys right here. And like they said, you're going to get out of this job exactly what you put in. Now over the next couple days, you're going to be going through some intensive training to make sure that you're ready to take care of our customers. But first, I want to talk to our executive team about some basic things that you need to know as a new Two Men in a Truck team member. So hang in there and let's get started. So what we want to do today is start by talking about our core values and mission statement, something that's a huge part of Two Men in a Truck as well as our culture. We base all of our decisions off of our core values to make sure that they're going to make sense for our business overall. I want to talk to Melanie Bergeron, a founder of Two Men in a Truck and Brig and John's older sister. Melanie's the one who made the first push in creating our core values, along with help from our franchises, to give us a strong foundation to make all of our business decisions. Let's hear what she has to say. Hi, Melanie.
Hey, Rocco.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks for talking to us.
Absolutely.
The core values have been around for almost 20 years now. Why did we create them way back in the beginning?
Well, back in the early 2000s, we were reading the book Good to Great, and it says in the book, if you are setting these huge, bodacious goals, you need core values that will guide your company while you're trying to reach those goals. Makes you more humane while you're trying to reach these goals. So Two Men in a Truck, we took that to heart, and the people at the time sat down and we came up with our 6 core values.
Yeah, so it's obviously been a long time since they've been created. Have they changed over the years at all?
They have not changed. The core values are embraced from the top down, which is very important.
Right.
The bottom up, side to side. And the neat thing about all this is it created our corporate culture at Two Men in a Truck.
Yeah. Melanie, what's your favorite core value and why?
That's a tough one, but it would have to be the grandma rule.
Yep.
And that is treating everyone as if they were your grandma with dignity, respect, and patience. And what a great place it would be if everyone treated each other as if it were their grandma. I feel like the core values, since they've been around for so long, are the playbook. That's what we have to do to exceed our customers' expectations.
Right.
So anyone in the community, when they see our truck, that's our brand. When they see a mover or any of us with a Two Men in a Truck logoed shirt, that is our brand. So you want them to look at it and go, hey, those people know how to treat people right. They know how to give back to their community, and they're being their best and having fun.
Yeah.
And really, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your
Rocky.
time. It was great talking to
Thank you.
Thanks, Melanie. As you can hear, the core values are very important to our business. And by looking at the list, I'm sure you can relate to one of them. Now, you should have a core values poster somewhere at your location. And I'd want you to ask your manager how they live our core values at your franchise. Now, I want to move on to our core purpose, which is to move people forward. And that not only goes to our customers, but it also goes to our employees. And I want to talk to our Chief Talent Officer, Sarah Bennett, on the opportunities that we provide at Two Men in a Truck to move yourselves forward as well in your career. Hi, Sarah.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
Good. So, as part of Two Men in a Truck, not only are we trying to move our customers forward, but we're also trying to move our employees forward in their careers. Tell us why that's so important to the brand.
You know, part of the reason we're in business is to make money, but you can do that in any business, really. To move people forward is more than that. It's why we do what we do every day. We want everybody who works at Two Men in a Truck to be better for having been a part of our system.
So here at Home Office, we're continually working on building tools and resources to help our franchise team members move forward. What are some things that we're working at to help them move forward in their careers?
So we have an entire department dedicated to training and development. We also have skills advancement programs, which are specialized to a unique skill or a specific skill that we want them to develop and become experts at. And they can get certifications in a variety of different skills. We have the career development program, which spans from frontline foundations all the way to our scholarship program. We also have a number of training events that are an opportunity to not only network with other Two Men in a Truck team members, but to learn different skills, learn about the future of the company and ways to develop yourself as an employee.
What opportunities are available at Two Men in a Truck that other team members can take advantage of?
There are so many examples of movers, drivers, CSRs, managers who have move forward in their careers at Two Men in a Truck. We want to invest in our team members to help them grow and get better at their jobs, even if that means that they're leaving Two Men in a Truck to take the next step in their careers. We have employees, former employees who are now doctors and accountants and engineers and even Major League Baseball players who started here and have all learned something that helped them grow in their career that they're currently in. I think it's up to the employees to take advantage of the opportunities that exist, ask about what they can do to improve and to grow and to develop, and kind of have the courage to take that step to go to the next level and put themselves out there to want to improve and to want to move forward.
Well, we appreciate the time, as always.
course.
Thank you very much. As you heard from Sarah, there's plenty of opportunity at Two Men in a Truck. And whether you're here to make this your career, you're here for the summer, there's plenty of skills for you to learn that will benefit you in the long run. Now I want to talk to Randy Shaka. Randy Shaka started at Two Men in a Truck as an intern, worked at a franchise, worked on the trucks, moved his way up back into home office, and now he's our president. And Randy's been a great ambassador for our Move Hero program, which really celebrates our frontline staff and the hard work that they put in to take care of our customers. And I want to hear from him on why we're so appreciative of our frontline staff and what they do on a daily basis. Randy, how you doing, man?
Doing good. How are
Good,
you?
very good. Thanks for talking to us today.
Anytime.
Appreciate it. So one of the things that we love doing at Two Men in a Truck is recognizing our team members for all the hard work they do. Out of that came the Move Hero program. Can you talk about why we developed that and why it's important to Two Men in a Truck?
Yeah, it's extremely important. You know, we always talk a lot about the stress around the customer's move, and anyone that has to move is going through a very stressful time, but it's not easy to go into a stressful environment like that.
Yeah.
And we do that day in and day out, upwards of several hundred thousands of moves every year.
Right.
So, you know, the Move Hero program is really a chance for us to step back and recognize those that go in each and every day with a great attitude, and those that live our core values and embrace that opportunity really to help somebody get into a better place in life.
Absolutely. What is the criteria to become a Move Hero? And then as a Move Hero, what are some of your responsibilities to your team and to the community?
Yeah, we love these shirts because we send them out quite often to some folks out in the system. But you know, Hero really represents, and there's an acronym behind it as
Right.
well. You know, so we really take pride in sending out these shirts to go out to, you know, the CSRs, movers and drivers, managers that are out there every day, really embracing that mindset of a hero when we're working with our customers.
Yeah. How do you get one of these cool shirts? I mean, what do you have to do?
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is sometimes it's just doing the consistent things every day that, you know, you're not looking to get recognized, but through your peers, through customers, we get a lot of feedback from customers that just rave about the service, and they'll name individuals, and we have a process in place that will send a letter and either a Move Hero hat or shirt to people that get recognized.
Yeah. What does the Move Hero program and really recognizing all of our team members mean, not only to our franchise system, but to our current customers and potential customers?
I think the one word that comes to mind when I think of this is just pride.
Yeah.
You know, when we talk to a lot of the movers and drivers and working on the trucks myself or answering phones, there's a lot of pride in what we do. And so to have something in place, a process in place to recognize and just share that pride, it's contagious.
Yeah.
And I think what it means for our customers is every day that hopefully who's showing up has had the training, who's showing up has the great attitude to take care of that customer. They're working as a team, and everything comes together
Yeah.
for that customer's move to make it as stress-free as we possibly can.
Absolutely.
And for future, I think we're building an army of Move Heroes. And
Yeah.
I think that's empowering because if you look at the career paths that people take, like myself that came looking for a job,
Yeah.
and now are building a career, we have a program in place for folks to empower themselves to grow with Two Men in a Truck. And
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite things.
Yeah. Well, I know we have a lot of those Move Hero shirts ordered, so
to
hopefully
go.
now we can send more out.
I look forward to it.
Awesome, man.
All right.
Thanks for talking
You
to
got
us.
it.
Appreciate it, Randy.
Thank you.
As you can hear from talking to Randy, we love hearing stories from our frontline staff and the impact that you have on our customers' lives. I would encourage you to talk to your manager or franchisee about some of the Move Heroes that you're going to be working with and what they've done to have that impact. Some of our customers and even some of our employees think we're just a local moving company, where in fact we're the largest franchise moving company in the world. Now I want to talk to John Novus, who's our CEO, about the size of our brand and what that means to our local franchise partners. John's also been a huge part in the development of our technology and some of the systems that you'll be using as a frontline staff member. Let's hear what he has to say. Hi John, how you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Thanks for sitting down and talking with us.
Oh, anytime. With for you, my man.
All right. So, Two Men in a Truck has a huge footprint internationally. You can see in the map behind you, especially in the U.S., we have so many locations. Why is it important for our new team members to understand the footprint of the brand and how they're representing Two Men in a Truck?
You know, we always use the analogy. It's like sports, right? It's a competitive environment. We got a lot of guys out there every day on those trucks. But you put that jersey on, and whether it's a college program like you playing football or a basketball jersey for your hometown and in high school, when you wear that jersey, you represent that brand. And similar to when you put the Two Men in a Truck logo on, whether you're walking into the home for a customer, you happen to be at a community event, maybe you're playing in a basketball tournament and you're wearing that brand, people will think about that interaction as that is who Two Men in a Truck is, and you represent thousands of people across the country when you put that brand on every day.
That's absolutely right. So important. Before you were CEO, you oversaw IT for a while. What role does technology play in our business?
Yeah, I mean, you would think, hey, it's a moving business. Why is there technology involved at all? We take the belongings of somebody and move it into their next home, and that's awesome. But our job is really to create efficiency around that process. Efficiency for the customer from a communication standpoint. Not every time do they want to talk on the phone to us, and so we find efficiency through that. There's a lot of regulations and documentation,
Right.
whether that's with the Department of Transportation, tracking GPS for the customers. All those pieces of technology are about creating efficiency in that process and increasing that customer experience. And so we have invested a lot as a brand overall based on feedback from the field into that experience, both for the employees and the customers.
How do you see our technology evolving, and what can we expect out of technology in the future?
Yeah, we really plan to take it to a whole nother level. When you think of the customer experience with technology, a lot of our technology has been on the back end, tracking things, being able to benchmark performance, being able to track the customer experience. Now we're really going to try and put it into the hands of the customer and change that customer experience so they can interact directly with us. And same thing on the employee side. You can look for tools to make the process more efficient and to reduce the paper that we have in the field. And again, increase the communication so that overall experience with the brand is a smooth and efficient process.
That's awesome. Excited to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time, John.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for stopping by.
talking to us. As you heard from John, our brand is spread across hundreds of locations, but we're still a system of one. Now, as you can see here, Two Men in a Truck has hit a lot of milestones over the years, but you can't hit those milestones without a vision. Now, I want to talk to John and Randy about our vision and how we can achieve more milestones by taking care of our customers, our employees, our franchises, and our communities. Let's go hear what they have to say. So Randy, John, appreciate you guys sitting down with us again. Something here that at Two Men in a Truck that's important to us is our vision, where the company is going in the future. Why do we have a vision?
Well, I think that old adage is true. If you don't know where you're going, how do you know if you get there?
Right.
I think that was true for Two Men in a Truck. We've enjoyed 30 plus years of growth and success, but the future was always a little gray as to what success would look like for the brand. So that's something we really went to work on as a leadership team, getting input from the Two Men in a Truck system to say, what should success look like in the future? And let's define that and put it on paper. And it's come to fruition.
And the great thing about it is it's really a culmination of all the input from the franchises, from people at home office to, we're really good at moving, right? We know how to take care of a customer, but to be able to put something together with all the ideas of all these smart people across the country and come up with what's next is really cool to see.
And we've grown a lot in the last 20, 30 years. Where do you see Two Men in a Truck going in the future now as we talk about vision?
I think as a system, we've just done a tremendous job of, to John's point, of taking care of customers. And when you do that, every move, every day, every year, you build a great customer following. And I think, the opportunities are endless when we have a great brand that believes in people moving each other forward and taking care of customers that, we've got great plans and a great vision to continue to grow.
It's about taking care of customers and creating opportunities for our employees, for the people that join our team. And, it kind of goes to our core purpose to move people forward. And I think you look at the future of Two Men in a Truck, it's about creating opportunity and having great people take advantage of those opportunities, whether that's through training or the next position that becomes open and potentially open in their own franchise. It's exciting to see. It's exciting to see where this brand's going to go, and really, it's going to come down to all the people out there and the things we do to take advantage of those opportunities.
Well, we're excited for the future. I appreciate you guys talking to me.
Thanks, Rocco.
All right, yeah, thank you. As you heard from John earlier, the Two Men in a Truck brand spans across hundreds of locations, and we continue to lead our industry in growth. The main reason for that is because of the high level of service we provide to our customers. So let's talk to Brant Hartle, our Chief Financial Officer, about some of the financial goals that we have at Two Men in a Truck and really how the cost of a move is broken down. Hey Brant, how you doing?
Good morning, nice to see you,
Good to see you.
Rocco.
Go ahead and have a seat. Let's talk for a second. Okay, so as our Chief Financial Officer, can you talk about that, just how we've grown and where you see us going as far as in the future?
Sure. Over the last 8 years, Two Men in a Truck has grown right around 15% a year in revenue. From a physical footprint, Two Men in a Truck has about 400 locations in 43 states and Canada, a couple franchises in Ireland and the UK. We've done more than 7 million moves. The last few years have all been over 500,000 moves a year. It's more than a move a minute, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every day of the year. From an equipment standpoint, during the summer, the moving season, we'll have more than 3,000 trucks on the road, every day.
Yeah.
More than 8,000 employees.
So obviously a lot goes into a move. How does that move break down? Where does that money go when that customer hands us that check or pays for our service.
The cost to run a franchise, it's a capital intensive industry.
Right.
So if you're generating $500 to $1,000 for a move, a lot of that is going to employees, equipment, overhead to run your business, your building. So it's not like $900 or whatever the average cost of a move is going into the pocket of a franchisee.
Running a business is expensive.
And this business is very expensive.
Absolutely. Brant, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. As you've heard from Brant, we've been very fortunate to have the success that we've had at Two Men and a Truck over the last years. With that success comes the responsibility of giving back. One of our core values and something that we've lived by from day one when Mary Ellen founded Two Men and a Truck. Let's talk to Brig Sorber about why it's been so important for us to continue to do that over the years and the different things that we do as a system to give back to our communities. Brig,
Rocco,
thanks
how
for
you
talking
doing?
to us. Good, man. How are you?
Absolutely. Good.
Good. So Mary Ellen started giving back to the community at the very beginning of Two Men and a Truck. Why has that been so important for us to continue that trend?
Well, I think it was very unique. In business, a lot of times we think about what do we do to get ahead? What do we do to become profitable? Mary Ellen did not have a business background, but she always in her heart wanted to do the right thing. When she did finally make $1,000, she split that up into 10 checks of $100 and gave it to nonprofits. A lot of companies really didn't do that, especially the smaller ones. And so we really felt that should really be part of our culture and what we do.
So Brig, why is it important for Two Men and a Truck to be involved in our communities?
If you're going to make a living in that community, make that community better. And I think everybody has that ingrained in their heart, is to make things better, whether it's a company or whether you're an individual.
So Brig, what are some things that we do to continue to show in our communities that we are the movers who care?
I think it's taking care of the most vulnerable in our community. Movers for Moms, for instance, very vulnerable at a time that a lot of these mothers are displaced. Let's help them out any way that we can. How about Convoy for Hope? We went to Houston and helped load trucks with water and supplies. Those are the most vulnerable. Well, the great part about this company is any place, mover, driver, CSR, manager, franchisee, home office, get involved and help other people become better. Watch what happens to you, to your career, and to your business.
Brig, we appreciate the
Hey,
time.
man, thanks,
It was
Rocco.
great talking to you.
Yeah, you too.
Awesome. Like Brig talked about, giving back to our communities is so important and will continue to be a focus of ours in the future. I suggest you talk with your manager about how your franchise gives back to your local community. You got a lot of information today, and you're going to continue to get it over the next couple days, but don't worry, you're going to be just fine. We're excited to have you as part of the Two Men and a Truck family, and we look forward to working with you in the future.
Well, how does it feel to drink from a fire hose for the last 20 minutes? It's a lot of information to take in, but I just want to tell you, for myself, my family, and all of the employees, we all just want to say, welcome to the family.